At a recent tinnitus summit, I gave a free tinnitus treatment to a patient named Jeff. Let's hear his reaction live right now. Hello, Jeff. Great to see you here. So congratulations. You've won the giveaway, which is our comprehensive tinnitus treatment package. What are your thoughts? How do you feel?
That is awesome. I tell you what, I really don't have words to express right now. It's just it's a great blessing, a great gift. Like I said, doing this for people, what you guys do is amazing. And I've been struggling now for about 3.5 years in a real bad place with my tinnitus. I've had it for about 20 years total, but about 3 years ago, due to some loud noise exposure, I went to a real bad place with it, and affected everything, affected my life in every way. I had, 3 to 4 hours of sleep, and if I rated it 1 to 10, I'm a 10 plus. And I could say I very seldom have a day that I would rate a number 8. So to be able to get started with you guys and go through your program is, like I said, it's a great blessing. I can't thank you all enough. It's just wonderful.
We love to offer this, and thank you for being here and being so enthusiastic about it. And tell us more about your situation. Tell us about what's really an urgent need in your life to improve related to your tinnitus, and what do you see as potentially happening here with this treatment?
Just hoping to, get back to a normal life. You hear that from everyone, and I don't think nobody understands that until you get into this bad place of what this is and what it can do to your life. You just don't have no really type of normalcy, of any kind. And like I said, I've just loved to be able to get back to that. Spending time with my family. I have trouble just enjoying an evening of sitting around watching a movie, like people would normally do, like I used to do with my family. I can't even enjoy that no more. It's not that I can't hear the movie or I can't, it's nothing like that. It's just those attendants are so loud that you can't concentrate. Like I say, the anxiety is there, or you're up and pacing, and like I said, just to have it, just to be back to normal. Like I said, and I think as everybody says, if you could drop your level from a 10 down to a 5 or a 6, where, as they say, a mild case. I know what mild was. I lived with mild for 15 years, and I feel like I habituated to, those 15 years because I could block it out. A fan in my room would drown it out. And to get in a car and driving, down the road, the road noise, and I could, drown out the attendance I used to have. But like I said, when I got into this situation of the spike 3 years ago, like I said, it put me to a level that none of that stuff works no more. A fan will not drown it out. It's louder than a fan in my room. It's louder than, the car noise driving down the road. And like I said, I'm in a really, really bad place. And I think, like I said, I'd really enjoy to be able to, take your program and apply it to my life, and like I said, hopefully get back to, again, what I'd like to call, a normal life, how I used to live. I'm hoping to see from the program a great thing for me and my family, to be able to try your program and see what it will do for me.
Well, thank you so much. It means a lot that you're here and you get to share a message here to everyone. And this is exactly why we offer this, is to help people like you who need it, and to also, share it to the world that there is something that can be done. Have you ever tried a treatment approach like ours before?
No, I haven't. I actually tried Lanier last year and used it for 6 months, and Lanier just, for me, didn't help at all. And I'm not downing Lanier, because I know Lanier has helped a lot of people. I've read a lot of reviews, watched videos. For some people it works, and as you well know, when it comes to tinnitus, not one solution for everybody. Everybody is different of what works for them. But for me, it just did not work. And I've tried diets, I've tried fasting. I think just about anything, that's out there. I think I really have big effort in trying it. And like I said, I just haven't seen the relief of, again, where I'd like to get, instead try to get back to some normal way of living again. And so anyhow, like I said, this will be the first time I tried this. I have tried, a little bit of sound therapy with like AirPods and like, the different sounds, you can get off the phone apps. And some of those do help me. I think where sound therapy is a help. But just as I've listened to you today speak, doing it for a couple hours a day, as you can tell, it is a relief there, but it's not enough. I could see where it's something a guy would have to do just about around the clock, I think, to try to retrain the brain. And that's something I haven't went that far in doing, but I look forward to be able to do that now. I hope I will be able to do that here with your program. Like I said, with
Absolutely.
Keep that noise at bay, and so that's what I'm really excited about trying.
All right, well, we'll work hard to get to a better place and to slowly but surely reduce this tinnitus and get your life back to its new normal or as close to normal as we can. All right. All right. Big hug from us. Thanks, Jeff. And yeah, so household work is we'll get things set up and we should get those devices out to your house in the next week and then start the treatment. Have you work with one of our audiologists, okay?
Sounds awesome. I thank you so much, Dr. Ben. Thank you for, like I said, for this, and not only this, like I said, for what you're doing to help people with this awful illness. Like I said, people they just don't know. A lot of people don't understand unless you've had it, And like you said today, a lot of the ENT doctors, we've all went to, we experienced the code word of, you just have to learn to live with it. There's nothing we can do, and those things are scary to hear, And like I said, and when you see there's a business out there like yours, a clinic that's saying, hey, there is an option, don't give up. That's, I guarantee you, all of us need to hear that. So again, thank you again for what you're doing.
Absolutely. All right, Jeff. We'll see you soon, all right?
All right. Thanks again.
Thanks, Jeff.
Bye-bye.
Hey, it's Dr. Ben Thompson with Treble Health. If you'd like to book a free consultation with a doctor from my team, all you have to do is click the link on the screen right there. Your brain health is important, your hearing is important, and tinnitus is treatable. So reach out to us right here to create a personalized plan for your treatment. Thanks so much, and we'll see you in the next video.